Welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. Now, listen, fam. Today we're gonna be talking about my designs. In case you didn't know, I do have an Etsy store that I do low key, and everything I do with my Etsy store is done exclusively and only with my designs. I'm really treating Etsy like a test right now. Not sure if it's gonna be the only way I sell these little digital products that I'm doing because I do have my Zelfie store, but it's turning out pretty good. But let's focus on My Designs right now. So My Designs is an all-in-one platform. Pretty much, you can make your designs in My Designs. You can link your Etsy store or your Shopify store or your WooCommerce and send them out through My Designs. And they're also linked with Printful. So if you do POD or anything in that lane, which I don't, you can actually handle all that within My Designs. And here we have some images of mockups, which is also available in My Designs. When you create your designs, they have a whole bunch of mockups that you can choose from, and you put your designs on, and the mockup will show how it will look on a t-shirt or a mug or whatever may have you. In addition, they'll actually prepare a file for you, whether it's on Etsy or whatnot, as a JPEG, a PNG, a PDF, or whatever may have you, and it'll deliver it automatically to the customers. Everything is done for you seamlessly. So let's continue to scroll down. And in the back, they have it to where you can have folders if you like to keep things organized. Mine's just a little bit chaotic, kind of all over the place, but you could put all your designs and put them in Florida, right? Sorry, put them in folders so you know where they're at and how to get to them. But I'll show you that when we get to the back. And the main draw to my design is everything done in bulk, meaning everything in terms of modifying your images, in terms of pushing them out to your Etsy store. You could do everything in My Designs. And here we have mockups once again. And as you can see, we have Etsy over here. We have Shopify. They're saying Amazon's coming soon. We'll see. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. But they definitely have WooCommerce there as well. All right. So some of the features right here that we're going to be tapping into, right? Being able to edit in bulk tags, image mockups, video mockups. You can check for trademarks. You can download as a zip. You can export as a CSV. You can export as an XLSX. So many things you could do. Upscale, vectorize, move backgrounds. My Designs can do it all. And I also mentioned that you could bulk modify or bulk edit, but I feel like I'm telling you a lot of things. Coming soon. This is what I'm looking for. Actually, WooCommerce is already there, but this is not there. All right. I follow this gentleman on YouTube. I've heard of this gentleman as well. They both co-sign it. So My Designs isn't no small tool. It's a big deal. And you can get started today with no credit card required. So let's go ahead and check out the pricing. So on a yearly, the starter plan will get you about 40 gigs, 250 credits, bulk processing about 24 at a time, multi-product publishing 4 at a time. And if you do POD with My Designs, because you actually could do everything in My Designs, including the POD, they can handle it for you. You get a 2% discount. And pretty much everything else is the same across the board for the other plans, except that you get higher discounts, more multi-product publishing, being able to have bulk processing in higher numbers, more credits, and more cloud storage. Now, I'm going to keep things transparent, family. MyDesigns actually had a limited lifetime deal. I'm not certain if they do have it, so I am locked into the Pro Plus plan, which costs about $74.99 annually. But if you go monthly, it's about $100 a month. So I am locked in. I'm not sure if it's still going. In fact, hold on one second. Let me see. Okay, family. So I did find it. So I did get into the lifetime plan. It is quite expensive. I did not pay this price, but I believe that it's worth it for all the things that you get into. If you're really willing to take this Etsy business seriously, or even print on demand business seriously, or even digital product creation seriously, because you can do a lot of things in bulk in MyDesigns, and you don't have to sell it on Etsy. Etsy is good because it has the traffic, but you don't have to sell it in Etsy. You can do everything in MyDesigns seriously. And these are all the things you get with it if you're interested. But that's just showing you transparency to show you where I'm at. But we're not here to talk about the lifetime deal. We're here to talk about what you can do with MyDesigns. And you can see we're in the back office. I had one sale today, nothing crazy. I did a little capybara digital bundle, made a couple bucks. Here and there, still testing it out. I'm going to move on to making products that bring in more revenue, more profit. The point is that I'm tapped in right now because I believe that this thing is a great investment overall, especially for platforms like Etsy. And I plan to do more than just Etsy with MyDesigns. But let's go ahead and move forward and show you some of the things you can do in MyDesigns. So we're going to head over to DreamAI. Now, DreamAI is where it happens, right? So you have access to just about every model, including legacy models. I like Ideogram and I also like Nano Banana, but you have the turbo version 2A, Imagen Ultra, Recraft, GPT Image 1, and Image 1 Mini, and of course C-Dream V4 is also a problem. And we have Flux Context Max. Now, the thing about MyDesigns is that everything is running on a credit-based system. If you generate images, it costs credits. If you're modifying images in terms of removing backgrounds, or if you're upscaling the images, if you're vectorizing them or making them SVG files, it's going to cost credits. And today I'm just going to show you a demo of everything doing that so you could just see and understand how it works. And that's going to be the purpose of this video. And you have options for different design styles. Now, you have the option to use magic prompt on or off if you choose, or you can use parallel prompts. I'll switch this on. I'm gonna pause the video right here because I want to show you something, but I gotta find it first in ChatGPT. So hold on a second, family. All right, family, we back. So we got the MyDesigns GPT. You don't really need to use it. You can. But let's just say we select this right here. We haven't selected a prompt yet. So it's probably going to ask us to enter a prompt. And then we'll just go from there. So you've seen in DreamAI that I already had a wolf. So let's just make up something for the purpose of this video that we want to do. So I've been really focusing on mascots and mascot heads. They've been doing pretty okay. So we've done wolf. Let's just think of an animal. What animal could we use? Let's say it's going to be a bear, right? So I want to make black and white beer head mess. retro styled mascot head. All right, so we'll punch that in to the GPT, right? And it'll come up with the scalable DreamAI prompts, right? So we'll take these prompts, we'll copy them, we'll head back into DreamAI, and you got to make sure you have parallel prompts on, so each new line will generate a separate image. And the thing with MyDesigns is you have the option to share it publicly or privately. Since this is a demo video and I don't really plan on using these, I'll make it public just to save 30%. And we're going to use Audiogram V3 because they're pretty good for making mascot heads. We'll share this with the public. We'll put it all here. And as you can see, it's going to use 42 credits, and it's going to go into the public gallery, and we'll hit Dream. And here's my credits for the month. It just reset today on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. On the highest plan, I get about 2,000 credits a month. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these bear mascot heads. So this one looks more like a sticker. These are okay. That looks like a sticker. This one is okay. This one only has 2 teeth. I really like this one. Well, more so this one because it has its front top teeth. And we have this right here. We have these with sunglasses. So overall, I'm pretty happy with my bear mascot head. So let me actually zoom out so we can see this better. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the ones that I want, that I think are okay, and we'll go from there. So I like this one. I like this one. We can select this one. We can select this one. We can select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then we'll zoom in. We'll leave it at 80%. So I have 10 selected. I can download them as is. I could save to listings, which I believe is what I want to do. Now over here, these are all folders that I have that I could save it to. So I'm going to look for digital animal mascot PNGs. I'll just save it there. Right? And I'll create a new listing, and I will remove the background, and MyDesigns recommends 1.5. So I'll select 1.5, and I will upscale, and it'll cost me about 2 credits per image. Everything's good to go, and I'll save it to listings, and I'll select yes, and MyDesigns is going to do its thing. So really the purpose of this demo is just to show you everything that MyDesigns can do. As you can see in DreamAI, I was able to create my images. I was also able to have it to where the background is being removed and they'll be upscaled and everything is just going to be looking beautiful, right? So now we can go to collections and I'll look for digital and I'll open this up. And these are some that I have. Let's see if it's in this page. I don't think it's on this page. Is it on the first page? Okay, it is on the first page. So now we're on the first page, and all of these are, as you can see, they're upscaled. So what I want to do next is I want to make them bigger. So we see we have 10 that we created. So I'll select 1 to 10 for the range. So my first 10 is selected, and the next thing I'm going to do is go into Canvas. Now with Canvas, you can do a bunch of things. It's like a light version of Canva. You can add text, you can upload, you can use designs you already have, you can use elements, put elements on your images. You can add photos, and it's powered by Pixabay. You can add shapes, or you can even go into DreamAI and go from here to put it right here. But right now, we're just going to put a template just so we make them all around the same size. 4096. We'll hit create. Add listen plus file. We'll add to all, so it should all hit. And as you can see, all of our images are here. And we select it. We select position. Everything looks good. You can edit it, but we already had the background removed, so there's no need to upscale or do anything. Everything is good to go. We can flip it. Pretty much you can do a lot of things with your image here. You can add effects. But what I want to do is just make them a little bit bigger. So I'll make it bigger like this. Just make sure it doesn't touch the edges. And then I'll right click. And then I will press sync. And all across the board, they should all be bigger. Just want to make sure none of them are touching the edges. This one is touching the edges a little bit. We'll bring it back in to make it smaller. Looks good, looks good. That one could probably get bigger, and this one probably could get bigger. Definitely want to use this because I can already see the sticker-ish outline and some messiness right there. This one's fine, just needs to be a little bit bigger. Then we'll click this, we'll select position, and then we'll hit middle and center. Right, and then we can just hit save, and then we'll overwrite the main file where it was located at, and we'll save it, and we'll hit yes for overwrite. So basically, family, I'm just taking you through what can be done in MyDesigns, just a basic thing showing you some of the functions that you can do. So as you can see, all our images are bigger. They look much better because you can see them better. Now the next thing you can do is you can create SVGs, right? We already removed the background. We already resized it essentially. So we can just vectorize the image and create an SVG. And then we'll put that in mockup 1. And we can vectorize the images. Now, the one thing to note about MyDesigns is that when everything is said and done, everything is handled in the background in terms of delivery when it comes to Etsy. You upload it and you send it to Etsy. The customer buys and everything is handled in the back end by MyDesigns, the delivery, everything. You don't have to do anything other than upload it and then make it live on Etsy. If someone buys, MyDesigns handles everything, and that's the best part. It's really hands off for you. You don't have to do a damn thing other than create the stuff, upload it to Etsy, put it on the marketplace, get it to sell, and then MyDesigns handles the rest. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's doing everything in bulk. We just sit back and relax and let MyDesigns do its thing. It's no stress. And we just wait for the magic to happen. Sometimes it takes a little while, but at the end of the day, my designs come through and we have our nice SVG ready if the customer wants it. So now that we have that, one thing I did want to show you, family, is that they do have a mockup library, but I don't have any mockups in here. You can't upload mockups, right? But let's go back to the listings. So mockups, they have image mockups and video mockups. So let's go to image mockups. So in image mockups, you pretty much can generate a preview of whatever the image is here, right? So we could just say generate preview. And then the customer will be able to have an idea of how it will look printed on whatever item it is that they want to print it on. Because a lot of the people are using these for like POD. Okay, so I want to change the color of this. I don't know the color for white. I think it's all Fs. Let me see if it's all Fs. It is all Fs. So now it's all Fs. We could just generate a preview. See how it look? Well, I put it right here. But let me show you how it look. And you can also change the type. And you could change where it's going to be at. And it actually shows you the preview of the listing, the number right here. So we'll X out of that. Next thing I want to show you, family, is when we go back into mockups, we want to go to load profiles. And I'll go to, even though I don't have 6, even though I don't have 12, which would be 6 PNGs and 6 SVGs, I'll just use this as an example so you can see. If I did have 6 and 6, this will be automatically filled, but it don't really have it. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm missing 2 more, but it doesn't matter, family. We're just gonna make it work for the purpose of the video. So we'll go to load profile and we'll go with 6. Actually, no, because this is meant for 6 PNGs and 6 SVGs. But it still should work because it's actually 12 slots. Whereas we'll be only using, I believe, oh, it's 10 slots. Let's actually go with this, right? It's just an example. So you got to make sure a couple of things when you're doing this, that you save the mockup to the place it needs to go. And that's usually the first thing that I do, right? So we have our main file here. One thing I forgot to do, family. You got to put them all next to each other. So I'm going to pause the video because that's going to take a little time and we'll hop back in. All right, family. So we back. I just had to move all the images here. So we're going to head back into mockups, go to image mockups. And we'll go over to load profile and we'll just use one of these private profiles. There should be about 12 right here. So I think this should work. 6 PNGs, 6 SVGs, so correctly. So boom, that got filled. We just gotta change it because it's meant for 6 and 6. And now how it's looking right here. No problem. So we have okay, so these two probably didn't come out transparent. These two right here and these two right here didn't come out as transparent. When you see them looking like this, they're transparent. These two are not transparent, so I probably wouldn't do nothing with those. So we'll put this in slot 20. We'll put this in slot 21. We'll put this in slot 22. We'll put this in slot 23. We'll put this in slot 24, and that's just for the mockups. When we run the mockups through, so we're good to go. And we'll save them as, we'll save them as PNGs. And we'll generate mockups. And now MyDesigns is going to do its thing. It's just going to generate the mockups, and once the mockups are done, they should populate right here. And as you can see, we have our 5 mockups. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have it. We have our mockups. Our mockups are done. Now we can go over to video mockups, and we can select our mockups that we want in the video. And it should pop up right here. We'll hit submit. And that should take just about a second to get done. And then we'll have a video of all our mockups, so the customer can see how it looks. And it is more visually appealing, in my opinion, to have a video that shows each image instead of just looking through each image individually. But that's just my opinion. But it's also highly recommended. So we have our video, and we could just take a look. Hold on, let me just, like that. And you can see right there, that's how our mockups are looking. They're looking fantastic. And they also have this cool little tool called Vision AI, right? And I just want to switch it like this because we're pretty much done with it. But we do need to set up our title, our description, and our tags. So with that, we would use Vision AI. We would select this right here. And what I would do is I would say other or digital, because it's a digital product and it's going to Etsy, and we need our titles, our description, and our tags, right? Hold on. And then we can select one of these, like if it's for a shirt or something. But me, how I was shown was to put custom instructions. So I would say something like, analyze the design of the image and come up with an appropriate title, description, and tags. And as you can see, they recommend model 2.5, but they do have model 3. Let's try model 3. And we'll have the title selected, the description selected, and the tag selected. But obviously you can do them yourself if you want to. But I just want to show you the capability of Vision AI, and I spelled appropriate wrong. Good thing I caught that. And we'll just put it in overwrite mode. And it's powered by MyDesigns AI engine. So let's hit generate listing data. We'll say yes. And this is what it came up with. Now, don't be alarmed at the lack of description and inscription data. Obviously, I wouldn't use this description. Some of these tags may be okay. Bear image, black bear art, mascot design, clip art. But really, the depth of the description in the title it's going to be dependent on the custom instructions if you use it. I just chose use custom instructions because it's a digital image, and that's what I wanted to do. And yes, as you can see, it's definitely not transparent. It's black and white. And after that, we can, if we're satisfied, we can hit published, and we can choose our digital store. And over here, we can select files to sell if we want to sell them individually. If we didn't select SVGs, we can select this, and it'll create the SVG. It'll convert them to EPS, PNG, JPEG, PDF, and DXF. And MyDesigns will handle everything else. But other than that, we have all our stuff here, so we can select what we want to sell. I'm not actually going to push this out to my store, but I'm just taking you through the process with MyDesigns. Here we go, next step, right? So we want to select the mockups. The mockups are already selected, including the video. We will go to the next step. And at this point, we have a listing preview. It shows us everything. Wow, that's terrible. I definitely would not be pushing this out. That's bad, real bad right there. And then we got to select the price. Let's just say we want to put it $5. And then we go to the next step. And then at that point, we will select our store and we will hit publish. But we're not doing that. I just wanted to take you through the process. But I think I'm going to end the video here on MyDesigns. Basically, I just wanted to show you guys what you can do back here. They also do have video training, right? They do have a community if you need it. They have tutorials, live Q&A. I have access to the masterclass as a member from the lifetime deal. They have a private community. Well, I'm not logged in right now. And they have exclusive content. Well, I'm not logged in right now. Let's log in. My password isn't saved. That's fine. We don't need to see all that. Just know that the option is there if you want it. If you need it, it's there. But I think that's going to be the end of the video, fam. I just wanted to show you guys. Oh, also, I just want to let you know that you can scale the prompt right in MyDesigns. You don't even need to use the GPT. I just prefer it. Like if you hit this button right here, you can scale the prompt. Six versions of this prompt. We'll hit scale prompt. And as you can see, it scaled the prompt. But that's going to be it for this video, fam. Drop your comments below. What do you think about MyDesigns? Do you see it as something that you could possibly consider investing in on your POD journey or your digital product journey? I think it's worth it if it's serious and you want to make a business out of it. You know, on this channel, we believe in options matter, and Etsy and just doing different kind of digital products is just something that I'm going to do moving forward. I just want to make sure I have all my bases covered. And I think if you're following me, you definitely believe in options. This is something I think you should take a look at. But I'm going to end the video here. Drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. There'll be a link in the description for you to check out MyDesigns if you're interested. Go check that out, fam. With that being said, this has been Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. I'll catch you on the next video, fam. Peace.